welcome to Talk That Talk.
Yeah, so it's Beyonce. Yeah, so it's Beyonce.
All right. What's going on, everybody? And welcome to Talk That Talk. I am your host, Tamara Simone, and I got my girl Brittany in the building. Hey, Brittany.
Hey, Tam.
All right, girl. And I got someone really special in here today. I haven't seen him in like forever long. He's a private chef, and he's going to put us all on, how to get our meals A1, okay? Because I definitely need help in that department. My boy, Steven, what's going on?
How you doing?
I'm doing good. Steven, also known as the Cultured Chef, okay? All right, so you're originally from Boston, right?
Yeah, I'm originally from Boston, Massachusetts.
Okay.
And been out here in Los Angeles for about 3 years now.
Okay, so what made you move to LA?
So, there's a bunch of things, but the shortest answer that I always give is that I was just over snow.
I feel that.
The weather in Boston is crazy. Half the year it's just cold, and when it snows, it snows.
Yeah.
Things slow down, people hibernate. The cuffing season gets real over there.
Sure.
And I'm not really about that life. So I was just like, I need to go to a place that allows me to be free and open, for all year long. So
yeah.
LA was a spot.
Definitely, and the weather is a big difference from
Yes.
Boston, that's for sure, because we don't really have any seasons. It's just usually hot. Sometimes we get some rain, and once in a blue moon we'll get some snow.
Yeah, were you surprised the other night we got that thunderstorm?
Very surprised. I walked out like, where is this rain coming from? Who's out here that's not supposed to be out here? It was too much.
I had my shades closed, and all I saw was like flashes of light, and I'm like, who's on my patio taking pictures of me? And then I opened the shades real quick and peek out like a weirdo, and I was like, oh, it's actually raining, so it's thunder. So I was like, this is crazy. So I looked outside and I smiled for a bit, and I was like, this feels good.
Yeah.
'Cause I live downtown, so anytime we can get rain to clean the sidewalks, it's a great thing.
Because it smells like pee out there. I'm sorry.
Yeah, all over LA you have those pockets,
yeah.
but definitely even, I enjoy the grittiness of downtown, living
Yeah.
downtown, but that's one thing that I would change if I was running for mayor, is how it smells.
Definitely. And I noticed downtown they have those sidewalk cleaners.
Yes.
And I'm like, I see them cleaning all the time. I'm like,
Every
you're
day.
cleaning, but I still smell it. It
Every
doesn't
day.
do anything.
It's crazy too, because it looks fun. The dude that just drives it, it's just he's just sitting there laid back, just chilling, what a sweet job in the morning. But he does that every morning, and you can't smell a difference, but at least visibly it looks like he's doing
at least it looks decent. But when you get out your car and you start for that little walk of the day,
his optics.
It's a mess. But so tell me, what got you into becoming a private chef? How did that start, and how did that come about?
Yeah, so I grew up in a culinary family.
Oh.
So my parents owned restaurants when I was growing up.
Stop. In Boston?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So my dad is from Haiti. He moved here when he was about 10 years old.
Okay.
And he's been cooking professionally cooking since he was about 16. So I've just always been surrounded by it. He was head of culinary over at MIT and did Ritz-Carlton and a few other really high-end places.
Nice.
And I just remember just always eating really good food, but at the same time, they worked long hours at the restaurant.
Yeah.
So I would wake up, and my dad would already be at the restaurant because he's prepping for breakfast. So I would be, I'd wake up for school. And at that time, I was in this thing called MECO, which is basically where they bus students from the inner city to suburb areas for school.
Okay.
So I went to school with a 93% Jewish community.
Oh wow.
Growing up.
Are you Jewish?
No.
Oh.
No.
I was like, are you Jewish?
My family's super Christian.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. And so while they were at the restaurant in the morning for breakfast, I would just be waking up and learning how to make breakfast sandwiches on the fly as an 8-year-old.
Wow.
And then coming home, if my parents were still at the restaurant, I would just start jumping in the kitchen and making what I could with whatever was in the fridge.
Okay.
So hopefully, someone, whether my brothers or my sisters, took some meat out of the freezer.
Yeah.
So that way by the time we came home, it was defrosted and I could do something with it. But,
yeah.
That was really the start to it. Just kind of
Okay.
learning how to just do what I could with my parents when they were at the restaurant, and then what I could when I was at home just to feed myself, because after practice, I'd just be hungry as fuck.
Yeah.
So I just need to eat.
No, I feel you. Because, man, let me tell you, my friends always get on me because I really don't cook like that. And I know I should be cooking and, try to keep a man or whatever, but I tell everyone this. My mom has been married for about 45 years to my dad, and she cooks twice a year.
So what, Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Okay.
So if she can keep my dad for that long, I'm sure I can keep a man for that long.
I don't know. Things have changed nowadays.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Us millennials have more options than our parents did.
Dude.
It's funny because like our parents, my parents, kind of met each other at a young age. My dad pulled up my mom at like a blind date when they were like 12. So my dad went to, well, it was my brother, not my brother, my dad's brother, my uncle, who was going to meet up with this girl, who was my mom's aunt, or not my mom's aunt, my mom's sister, so my aunt. But so my dad's brother invites him. He says, "Yo, I'm gonna go meet this girl, but she's got some sisters. So you trying to come?
You trying to come? Shoot.
Yeah." And he's like, "I bet. Like, I guess I got nothing else to do. Whatever." And it was like, I think it was like just this small area. It's in Dorchester and within Boston, so that's where it was. But he ends up like pulling up to the house and whatever, and they meet at the door, and like the rest is kind of history.
Wow.
But it was like, at 13, you can make those decisions back then, right? But nowadays, it's like, I'm just gonna wait a little bit. I might just be,
Yeah. I might just
Derek Jeter, George Clooney out here.
Might just be a dog lady. Who knows?
There it is. And that's the thing. See, pets are the new.
Right. Pets are new things.
Those are fur babies.
Yeah, like have a fur baby or something. I don't know. So, where did you get the name Cultured Chef?
So the Cultured Chef, that came. It took me forever actually to think of that name.
I bet.
And it was really just because I wanted to create a name that wasn't specific to like Chef Steven.
Yeah.
Or because I thought the food and everything that I do is bigger than just myself.
Yeah.
I really wanted it to be about an experience, about a feeling. And when I thought about that, I really thought about what makes everyone unique, and it's their cultures.
True.
So, from my background of being half Haitian from my dad's side, and then my other side is Cape Verdean, which, if you're not familiar with, it's like off the northwest part of Africa, a cluster of islands in between Africa and Portugal. So with that Portuguese and like French Caribbean influence, I knew that I had a very rare background already.
Yeah.
And then while I was in college, I worked at a Mediterranean restaurant under the Wahlberg family.
Okay.
So like having so many different perspectives, and then going to school with all Jewish people growing up, like it was just so many different things and so many different people that I'd always been around, that culture really stuck out to me.
Wow.
So I came up with the Culture Chef because whether it was me in the kitchen or as I expand the business, like, it might not always be me that does the cooking, but I might have a team that does it. It's still part of your cultured experience.
Yeah, that's really dope. Yeah. That's really awesome. Because I was always wondering, I'm like, how did he come up with that name?
Yeah.
So unique and different. I like it, though.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. So you have a team, right? So how do you go about the process of getting a team? Because especially when it's your business, your baby, like, it's important to have people, that are around you that are good vibes and on the same wave as you are. Right. So how do you, find people, like, to cook the right things, or, how do you find your people?
Yeah. So the cool thing about LA is that we've got a bunch of talented people.
Yes.
And really, before I even look for the talent, I look for the passion.
Okay.
So people oftentimes will just reach out and just say, "Hey, listen, I love what you're doing. Would love to be a part of, whatever I can." And that's across the nation, just because I do travel for this.
Yeah.
But it starts there. I really look for people that are passionate, that really have a drive or some type of work ethic.
Yeah.
And then from there, the skills can be taught. Like I can show someone how to cook.
You can show someone how to cook.
I can show them. I can also teach them at the same time. But like, I do those classes as well. So I have like private classes where I do like teach my clients like how to prepare different meals, how to do meal prep for themselves, things like that. So.
Wow, I didn't know you do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can teach me how to cook.
I definitely could. We can talk about that.
No, yeah, we got to talk about this a different time because I definitely need some help.
Yeah.
And, because the way I met Steven was really, really crazy.
Yeah.
He came, right? he was a chef, our chef for one of my best friend Ifoma's birthday, and I forgot where it was.
It was in Escondido.
Escondido, yeah. And we had this nice ass Airbnb. It was so beautiful, and we were like, yeah, we need a chef. So we had Steven come, and we were. It was fun. It was lots of fun.
It was fun for everyone that's curious. It was a room full of women.
Yes, and Steven.
And then me.
There was like a good 10 of us up in there, like a whole room of women.
Yeah.
But you made some bomb food.
I appreciate that.
What was that? We had, what is it?
So we did I think first of all, we just had like a nice cheese spread to start.
Yeah. Oh, the cheese spread. And he had this jelly. What was that jelly?
I'm pretty sure it was a fig.
Yeah.
Fig spread,
yeah.
or
That
fig jam.
spread for. Yeah, that was so good.
Yeah. So I mean, just from my perspective, like the girls were just running around crazy trying to get ready.
Stop it.
They were just. Like half of them were sleeping, but half of them were just so amped up. They were like, it was like you had the full spectrum of
yes, you did.
I'm trying to like ease my way into this versus like I'm here, so like I'm going hard until I like knock out type of energies. So I was just like, all right, I get there and you feel me was funny because like when she came downstairs, she was like, she's like, damn, because I don't know who she said it to, but she turned to the side and she was like, damn, we really got a chef in here. And I was like, yeah, that's right. Like
yeah.
Like, whoever booked me did it right. Like,
Simone booked
Yes,
you.
that's right.
Yeah.
It was Simone.
Uh-huh.
And it's funny too because she's from Texas.
Yeah.
So,
well, she's originally from Alameda. She moved to Texas.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
But yeah.
But yeah, it was a great time. So we started with a cheese board, and then I want to say we went into salmon.
Yeah, it was that salmon, and then you had this like drizzle over the salmon.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was, but it was so good.
like a glaze?
It was like a glaze.
Strawberry balsamic reduction.
Brittany, it was so good, girl. It was so good. Like
Yeah.
mouth watering. It was like the salmon was cooked just right. It was just beautifully put.
Yeah,
Thank you for
I
that.
appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you for that.
There you go.
Yeah, and then the rest was history.
Right.
But yeah, is that what we had?
I don't remember.
Yeah, it was so long
No, there was
ago.
definitely something after that.
Yeah, I don't remember, but it was good. It was really, really good. So when it comes to, being a private chef, how do people, like, reach out to you, and how do you create, like, a meal plan for them?
Yeah.
Like, what is that process like?
Well, one of the most grateful things that I'm grateful for is that, like, most of my clients come from word of mouth.
Okay, yeah.
And it's that means a lot to me because it shows that people trust me. It shows that people are listening to their friends and showing appreciation, and then that also shows that like I'm doing something right.
Yeah.
So most of my clients come from word of mouth. A lot of people reach out on social media platforms or through my website. But it kind of goes from there. So with that, for instance, most of my clients now on the day-to-day are professional athletes or entertainers.
Okay.
And it may be their teams that reach out specifically.
Wow.
Or, just kind of through the grapevine.
Yeah.
This is a client turns into one of his friends, and friend turns into a client, et cetera, et cetera. So
that's really dope.
Yeah.
Just word of mouth and how big that can get,
Right.
and get you so many clients.
Yeah.
Right.
And so quickly, huh?
Yeah.
Right.
Social media is crazy.
Right?
That part too. I just had a call today with a client that I just signed. That is that's from Toronto.
Nice.
Oh.
And I was like, how'd you find me? And they were like, Instagram.
Really?
Yeah.
Instagram is so powerful. I mean, like, you can find anybody. Like, it's really crazy. Like, even, like, the person that did my logo is not even out here. She, I don't even know. I never talked to the person,
really?
only through email. But overseas, and I can only contact them, like, at 2 a.m. in the morning.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
well, holla, because the person that did my logo is from New York, and they're a good friend. So
Oh.
if you need someone that is part of a community,
Yeah.
then yes.
Oh, okay. That's really, really dope. Man.
Yeah.
Good
So-
food for thought.
Right? Good food for thought.
Pun intended.
Okay, so, no, but, like, how do you create, like, the meal plans? Do they say, like, hey, I want, crab and this and that? Or do you just come up with something and present it?
So it's kind of a growing process, or a relationship rather, where in the beginning it's like I'll present a few different options and you kind of choose based off of the options you have, and then over time I start to put more trust back into you.
Okay.
Where it's like, well, what are you feeling like eating today? Because the way I do like to break it down is that we're not eating the same proteins back to back, and really like spread things out.
Yeah.
So 5 days in a week, right? We're gonna have lunch and dinner every day. We'll do maybe lamb for lunch, fish for dinner, chicken, and then bison, and maybe we'll do like a vegan lunch the next day. But like we really just try to break it out. And then also when it comes to the starches, like breaking out from a pasta to a couscous to a risotto to potatoes to a rice, like
Sounds so good.
really
I'm getting
making
hungry.
sure that like at the same time, not only are you eating good food, but you're
Yeah.
also being educated about like what you're eating, where it's coming from, why you're eating it.
Yeah.
You know, what's the balance of having pasta in the earlier part of the day and then having something lighter like a salad at night, and how does that break down your body, and then how does that energy perform the next day? So, you know, all that goes into it, because again, these are athletes that I'm talking and working with. So I really want to make sure that what their goal is, for instance, like for the off season, whatever the goal may be, we highlight that through the menu.
Okay.
And I get all my ingredients from as local as possible.
Okay.
So doing, you know, daily trips to farmers markets and to farms, and having like farm to table services that deliver to me as well, that I'm a part of.
Okay.
Just to make sure that I'm getting the ripest products to use like at peak times.
Yeah. That's really dope.
Yeah.
That's really dope. So like, are you allowed to talk about like who was like your first like main celebrity that you did chefing for?
My first main
That you were like,
celebrity.
oh crap, like, oh, this is real.
Well, it's always felt real,
Yeah.
you know. But I'll say one of the best relationships that I've like created and kind of garnered with one of my clients has been my boy Vic.
Okay.
So he's a fashion designer and wardrobe stylist for a bunch of different people.
Dope.
But you know, through him, not only were we working on a bunch of cool things, and you know, just really helping each other grow in our brands, but you know, that also opened up a bunch of different doors and different avenues, because you know, he's crazy busy. His roster's crazy too.
Yeah.
So he's always been one of the favorites of mine.
Okay, that's awesome. And it's always good to have like a good relationship and, you know, build a relationship with somebody. 'Cause
Right.
You never know.
Right, because you know, this is to me, my clients are like family.
Yeah.
You know, I spend so much time with them,
Yeah.
so that matters.
Okay. Well, that's really awesome. So how do you balance like being working your schedule from here and then like traveling as well? How do you balance all that out?
Yeah. So I've always been able to balance the schedule, just because before I started this culinary business here in LA.
Yeah.
I was managing enterprise sales for IT companies.
Okay.
So having a crazy schedule of traveling back and forth to
Yeah.
clients across the country was always something that I've been doing.
Yeah.
So it was second nature, just doing it for myself.
Okay. So it just came with it. It just
Right.
easy flow. What was the furthest you went for, you know, to be a private chef for someone?
I did an event in Turks and Caicos.
Ooh, how was that?
That was really cool. It was different to see how the Turks and Caicos island is now. After it was like 3 months after the latest hurricane, and it really kind of tore through
Oh wow.
the country. And it was sad to see, but at the same time, I did my due diligence of always like getting into the culture wherever I go.
Okay.
So for instance, the reservation, or the part of the island where we were, was like right off the shore,
Okay.
or the landing dock. So there's like a 2-mile strip of beach area. That's where all the tourists kind of stay. But if you go inland just a mile, you'll realize like that's all that there is on this island.
Wow.
So I made it a point to like get out to like one of the local restaurants. Like, where do all the people of Turks and Caicos actually go and like eat and get food? I went to this restaurant and the food was amazing. And like, when I go to restaurants, I just go up to the chef and I say, just send me a plate, whatever it is. You know, I don't want to look at the menu.
Oh, wow.
I leave it in their hands, because they're up to something. So I trust them, you know, and give them the opportunity to just show me what they're up to.
Yeah.
And that was really cool.
That's really dope. So would you say, since you are a chef and you know how things are made, like, are you very like anal about certain things? Like, oh, this is not cooked right. Like, you know, kind of like Top Chef kind of thing?
Yeah. You know what's funny is that I think from growing up with my dad, who's a super chef, right?
Yeah.
He would be the type of person that would get something, and I could see on his face, like, whether he liked it or not.
Oh, wow.
And he wouldn't send things back. He would just be like, I'm all set. And he would just, like, not eat anymore. And I'm just like, Well, I don't know about all that. I'm still gonna eat.
Yeah, like I'm gonna eat my food. I'm gonna finish my plate, okay?
Right.
Especially if I'm paying for it. But I'm the type of person, if I don't like it, I will send it back. But then I get a little nervous because I'm like, okay, what are they gonna do to my food or the next item that I'm gonna get out?
Yeah, but I don't think that's a real thing.
You know?
None of the restaurants that I've ever worked in have ever done anything like that.
Okay, that's good. That's
I mean,
good to know.
I've seen TV.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
in movies, but I've never seen anything like that in real life.
Yeah.
So.
You can send it back in a nice way too. Some
Yeah,
people are
of
just
course. Yeah, of
rude
course.
when they want to send
Yeah,
food
you know,
back.
and that's a really good point.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people will send things back and be like, I don't like this, whatever,
Yeah.
with an attitude, but it's like, bro, you ordered it.
I'm like, don't get
Like-
mad. This is what you ordered.
Like, you looked at the menu, you were like, oh, that looks good. Like, if it didn't work out, it didn't work
Yeah.
out. You know, like, everyone has a bad date every once in a while.
Yeah.
But, like, don't you just really watch how you treat people that take care of
Exactly.
you. Whether it's your hairstylist,
Yep.
or your makeup artist, or
No, I
your
feel you.
doctor, like, you know, that energy thing is real.
Yeah.
So the energy you give off, you can expect to receive that back.
Definitely.
So.
And have you had any encounters where it's just like someone rubbed you the wrong way, or like they said something about your like food or anything like that? Have you?
No, but I have had something like sent back,
Okay.
like right away.
Yeah.
And I was okay.
Yeah, but I feel like that's always like a learning experience too. Like
Yeah.
you know, like just to be like, okay, that one didn't work out. Let's try something
You know
else.
what though? It was crazy because it was a breakfast sandwich.
Shut up, really?
Yeah, it was something. And that's why it really wasn't.
No, you know what? I'm thinking it's something like over the top,
No.
like freaking.
No.
I don't even know, but something like very lavish as a breakfast sandwich.
It was a breakfast sandwich, and this particular client wanted a lightly toasted bread, and there was just a little bit more toast to the toast
Yeah.
than this client
I'm
wanted
sorry,
on their
I'm laughing,
toast.
but
So.
the toast was not. It was too toasty.
Yeah, and it came right back, and I was like, okay.
Like, all right.
Like, okay, we're gonna get past this. And then because I was with that client for the whole day,
Yeah.
so that was the first meal, and then we went through many meals that day. It wasn't just like
Wow,
one
so
meal.
you could do that too. You'll be with the client all day, just cooking them meals all day.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
doesn't that get tiring? But then you
No.
love what you do, so it's like it's blessed.
Yeah,
It's
no, the
blessed.
tiring part is when you don't know when they want to eat, right? Because at the same time, like when you're hungry. When you're paying for a service like a chef in your home,
Yeah.
you really feel like there's this like notion that you can go downstairs and be like, I'm hungry, and then like voila, it
Yeah.
just appears like
Yeah.
a genie from Aladdin. But like it takes a little bit of time. So in cases like that, I'll send out a pre-menu where you kind of see what we have for the day,
Yeah.
and then I'll work on the back end to just like make sure all the starches are kind of prepped.
Yeah.
The vegetables are good to go, because those are all quick things. like-
Yeah.
and then meat doesn't take long to cook.
Yeah.
Depends on how we're cooking it, but having it to a point where you order something and I can get it out to you within 15 minutes.
Smart.
That's dope. That's really, really dope.
So
It's all about time. How do you balance all that? Because I know sometimes when I cook, like I have to try to make sure everything's hot when I give it out to the people.
Yeah.
So like, how do you balance like, okay, everything's gonna be hot when I serve them the plate? How do you do that?
I mean, that's just part of the magic.
Yeah.
I
See,
can't tell you this.
I
can't
might
tell you
need
the
some
recipe,
magic.
But, you know. But I mean, for myself, like I realize that I eat a lot of my a lot of my food room temperature. Just
Okay.
because by the time I sit down and eat, like
Yeah.
I'll finish food, but like for me, I don't feel like I can sit down and enjoy my food until like
Yeah.
my kitchen's clean. So I like to like at least get everything in the sink,
Yeah.
you know, and not on the counters and things like that.
That's
so smart.
Get the oven like or the stovetop clean, because like
Yeah.
that's an eyesore.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Sure. Wow. Have you met Salt Bay?
I have not.
Oh, have you ate at any of his
No,
restaurants?
but he's reached out. You know, he's trying to do some stuff. And
really.
no, not yet. But
I'm like, really? I'm like, that is so dope. Let's speak that in though. That would be so
That's what I'm
cool.
saying.
That's really cool.
I'm gonna put it out there.
I'm
So
gonna
babe,
put it out
if you're
there.
looking for me,
So
I'm out
babe, if
here.
you're looking for me,
Find
I'm
me
out here.
hashtag chef.
Find me
Right.
I can't.
That's so funny. So you said also that you do.
That was XONecole.
That was XONecole actually that dropped that one.
Oh yeah. I saw. Okay, so because I added you on that, I was like, oh my god, like check that
yeah.
out. Like, oh my god. So how did that come about when you were on XONecole? love her.
I don't know. I believe through the grapevine, someone probably just
Came in there. and was
Yeah.
like, you guys need to feature this guy for. I think it was what is it, like Man Crush Monday?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So yeah,
Man,
they
that's
hit me
so
up and they
dope.
were like, yeah, interested in featuring you. So I was like, okay, let's talk about it. And
wow,
then,
and you had to do like a full-on interview or something?
Yeah,
or?
yeah, I did an interview with them, and then.
Did you get to meet her?
No, this
Okay.
was all just kind of like online.
Okay, I
Yeah.
see. That's dope, though.
Yeah.
That's dope to get featured. Like, shoot, when I be
Always.
getting the feature, I'll be like, wow, you are!
Always, right?
I'll be over the top, extra excited.
Yeah.
But you said that you did like classes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so where can people, like, how can people get in contact with you on that? Is it on your website? And you're
Yeah.
like, do you do like couple classes?
Of course. So, so it could be anything from like a Taco Tuesday, so something just that's just fun and interactive where you want to have a bunch of friends over. Or it could be like, you know, a date night type of setup.
Fun.
Where it's like the two of you are getting in, and like now you guys are making like dough with each other and using your hands.
Does that get a little awkward for you? Or
No.
is it, like, they're getting like all doughy, like.
You know, but it's just like, here's the thing, like, I consider myself a culinary curator,
Okay.
right? And through that, I curate vibes, energy, appetites.
I like that.
like,
Yeah.
satisfaction.
Yeah.
And it's, cause, you know, I think the chef term is cool, but, you know, I've never seen myself as just a chef. It's almost like being known as just a rapper.
Yeah.
I'm more than just a rapper.
Yeah. I'm more than that. Yeah.
I'm more than an athlete, you know,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
you know, that part. But like being able to do all those things, so when I do the classes, it's really just about like what type of energy are we looking to have? You know?
Yeah.
It could be something simple, like you
Yeah.
could be wanting to make pizzas, and while at the same time making your own pizza sounds easy, like
Yeah.
you could easily mess it up.
Oh, I know. I had a pizza party for my friend last
Oh,
year.
there you go.
So that was a long story.
But it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun just to like be able to like be with people and cook together.
Yeah, that would be dope.
The type of walls that you break down when you
Yeah.
put on food is amazing. So.
Yo, I was thinking about that. My birthday's in November. I was thinking about having something like that, getting like an Airbnb, but like
November
everyone
what?
cooking. 14th.
Oh.
Okay.
But that's on a Wednesday, so I would celebrate it either that weekend or the weekend before.
How about the weekend after? Because I know I'm already booked. The weekend
Oh,
after.
God. So the weekend after. That'd be so dope if I did like a party like that.
Mm-hmm.
You should do it.
That'd be fun, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I'm, a little soup chef.
You know what? Brittany does be getting down. She made her
Yeah.
dad this nice steak the other day, had the glaze. I was like, okay, girl.
All right.
I was like, Brittany, you could cook? She was like, yeah, girl.
I
That's
dabble.
it. That's
She's
it.
like, I dabbled in a little bit. But that's really, really dope. We might have to definitely talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, we've done it already, and I was hoping that there would be another one that would come out of that.
I know.
You guys are fun.
It's been a while. It's been, my friends, we are the life of the party. We have so much fun together. And
I don't think I ended up leaving that party until like 4 a.m.
yeah, it was late. It was really, really late. And we turned up. It was super fun.
Yeah.
And plus, we didn't want you driving hella, far. One, we were far. And two, there was like hecka steep hills everywhere.
And no lights.
And no lights. No lights nowhere.
And you guys forced me to take some shots.
Okay, yeah. Don't say force. We didn't force you. Well,
All right.
maybe.
Well, put it this way: the bottle came over. They were looking at it, and they were like, "You can't give us this bottle back with
Don't
anything in it." So,
Oh my God.
like
the
that.
bottle. He did. Okay. That was fun. Yeah.
Turn up
It was
with
a
Tam.
weekend.
Yeah,
It was a
no.
weekend.
Turn up with Tam. Turn up with the girls. It is lit. So if you guys want to come turn up with me,
Mm-hmm.
like,
I recommend it.
yeah, right. It's so much fun. So much fun. So you have another project
Mhm.
that's out
Mhm.
with Karen Civil. How did that come about?
Yeah, that one was another cool project I was able to do.
Yeah.
And they reached out to me, her team, and it was like, "We're looking to feature you on our season 2 of Good Looking Out."
Uh-huh.
And I was like, okay, like, yeah, I'm
That's so
totally interested in
dope.
doing this. Shout out to Cameron Mack, who's the director of the show.
Okay.
Amazing guy, amazing crew. We were able to do the Be Real, which was really fun. So they came over. We did like the interview in my house,
So
and then was able to like make them a meal and stuff. And then we did the presentation at I'm not going to disclose where the location was.
yeah,
but,
yeah.
we did that presentation, and that's all the things that you'll see on the show,
Yeah.
or if you haven't seen it yet,
Yeah.
go check it out.
That's
It's on
really cool
Complex.
how they can just reach out to you and just things just happen. Social media is
Yeah.
so powerful, man.
It really is. And the thing that I think is the most valuable part about social media is that you don't need to worry about the numbers.
Yeah.
Just worry about the content.
True.
Yeah.
As long as you have solid content, consistent, messaging.
Yes.
Like, you know, you have a following and you really focus on what it is that you're looking to share with them.
Yeah.
Consistently.
Yeah.
That goes a lot farther than worrying about how many followers you have, how many likes you have.
That is true.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's a word right there. So,
yeah.
Definitely, because a lot of people think it's like, oh, I don't have 1 million views or 1,000 views or something. And it's like, it's not even about that. Like, even with, my podcast, like, just, like, putting my stuff out there and being consistent with it, I've had so many people reach out to me, and I'm just like,
absolutely,
wow, it's crazy. Like, sometimes, like, where I don't even have to look for people to interview. They come to me.
Right.
Which is really awesome, but...
Inbound is the best bound.
Right.
You know? Like,
it's substance. You can buy those followers. You can't buy substance.
Right.
That is true. That is definitely true. So, yeah, well, this was fun. Thank you so much for, meeting with me today, and we finally got to meet, and it was a crazy day. We both were, like, stuck in traffic, like, all day today.
Yeah, it's LA.
Yeah, definitely LA. So how could everyone, like, that's listening could reach you? Where can they follow you at? Your social handles, if you have a YouTube, where's all that information?
Yeah, so you can find me on all platforms at The Cultured Chef.
Okay.
Website is myculturedchef.com, because I want you to feel like it's your personal chef.
I love it.
And yes, please reach out, send comments, send DMs if you want. Like, I'll respond.
Yeah.
Appropriate DMs.
Appropriate. Don't go crazy, y'all. Don't go crazy.
You know, but I'm here for it. I'm working on a couple other things. There's a book on the works that'll be coming out, and that's really featuring my guests. The events that are happening, or that we do together, and then the menus. So that way, it's more than just like, here's food, here's a recipe. It's like, here's food, here's a recipe, here's an event, here's how it was applied.
Yeah.
Here's a different type of the vibe that it's set.
Yeah.
You know, and how people just had a good time around it.
Yeah.
So you learn about not only about the food, but about the people that you want to hear about as far as being in the private chef life.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait for that. When does that come out?
I don't have a date for that yet, because I really wanted to I want to include like a lot of things.
Yeah.
A lot of people at least.
Yeah.
So who knows? Maybe when I get to 100 pages, I'll drop it, and then it'll be like some crazy index of like all types of people from LA, Atlanta, New York.
Nice.
So dope. And that's different. I never even heard of that before.
Yeah.
That'd be
really
juicy.
You heard it here first. If you see it dropped by somebody else, just know that the real one's coming.
Okay, that's the facts.
Right.
The real one's coming. But thank you so much for being here, and I'm so happy we got to chat up. You're definitely coming back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Always.
Because I know there's going to be something else brewing, so we definitely got to keep in contact, which we're really good at that.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it.
I appreciate you inviting me.
Yes,
Thank
and if you guys want to follow me, well, you better follow me. I'm just joking. My social handles and my IG is Tamara Simone Live. My YouTube channel, it's like Tamara Action. And make sure you subscribe to the podcast. It's very amazing if you guys listen to it this whole time. So yeah. But until next time, all right? Bye.
Peace.